think about the greatest NBA players of all time, do you think Jordan? Maybe even LeBron? Or O'Neal? And while those names do deserve the top spot, there's one that should not be missed: Karl Malone, aka the Mailman. Join us as we uncover Karl Malone's extraordinary career and his journey to become one of the greatest power forward in NBA history. And stay tuned to know exactly why he was given such a nickname. Early life and college career. While an NBA powerhouse later on, Malone's life starts humbly in Summerfield, Louisiana. Born to parents Shirley and Shedrick, Malone was the youngest out of 9 siblings and lived out the majority of his childhood working on a farm. He would often be tasked with chopping down trees, hunting, and even fishing for his family. When Malone finally hit college, he was recruited by coach Eddie Sutton for the University of Arkansas, but he turned it down in favor of the Louisiana Tech University. There, he played the Bulldogs in his second year after learning that he was ineligible in his first year due to his grades. It might just be every athlete's problem, don't you think? During his second season with Louisiana Tech, the numbers certainly matched his large frame, as Malone averaged 18.7 points and 9.3 rebounds per game. Draft and early years in the NBA. Malone was drafted by the Utah Jazz in 1985. He was 13th in the overall pick. In a tale of self-belief, Malone had once said that if professional scouts knew how much impact he would have on the sport, they would have put him much higher than 13th. This tale continues in the form of Malone renting an apartment in Dallas because he was under the impression that he would be chosen to play for the Dallas Mavericks. During his first season, his records were promising, even coming in third at the Rookie of the Year in the 1986 NBA All-Rookie team. And although he had scored points on the court, he had not scored his goals. Even though he averaged 20 points per game, his shooting skills and rebounds were not up to the plate, at least not on the pro level. Seeing the struggle and determination it takes to be a real athlete, Malone decided to grind a little harder and dig a little deeper, and it paid off massively. As the second season rolled in, Malone had become the leading scorer in the games that ensued between February and April of 1987, consequently improving his rebounds as well. Rise to prominence. Karl Malone stormed the gates as he entered the NBA, but was quickly awakened to the truth of the elite. During his All-Star game in 1988, he went up against some of the biggest names in the game. And although he lost not 1 or 2, but 7 games to them, he went down swinging. Malone scored a total of 31 points and 15 rebounds, making it clear even to the All-Stars that he was a force to be reckoned with. His road would continue to be an uphill climb in a sweeping victory for the Jazz over their games against the Nuggets in '89, where he stole 40 points and a dizzying 16 rebounds. And another wall came crashing down as they took the game against the Cavaliers with an even higher rebound rate of 19. Against the Charlotte Hornets, he set the standard with a whopping 52 points and 17 rebounds. It all culminated in the game against the Bucks in 1990, where Malone hit the highest note by setting an all-time career high of 61 points, making him the highest-scoring Jazz ever since the team moved from New Orleans. And as the 1991 season hit, Malone kept the beats flowing as he led the scoring for an amazing 19 games. Truly, as Malone soars through the skies with his rebounds, his determination to catch that ball and make that field goal is unmatched. And though hitting the like button is a matter of favor and not doing so is your right, the editor works tirelessly day and night on this creation, and a little appreciation goes a long way. Thank you very much! Malone and Stockton, the Jazz duo. It's most commonly said that the best defense is a good offense, and none delivers that offense like Malone. And if Malone was the foundation for this, then John Stockton was the floor manager. Stockton and Malone's chemistry was electric on the field. Known to be one of the most prominent and powerful partnerships of their time, you could not find a duo better than these two. Where you would find Stockton in the thick of the battle as he silently sweeps through the enemy, Malone would be at the other edge waiting for that gratifying pass into the field goal. From the other side of the court, or the other side of the ring, Malone and Stockton seemed to always know where to place themselves, with flawless transitions of the ball from one player to another. It was like watching one player split into two. But these two weren't just players. Stockton and Malone often talked about how they would get along even off the court, sometimes talking occasionally over the phone. In one interview, Stockton once said that there's nothing that he wouldn't do for Malone. And in reciprocation, Malone has held up Stockton highly by saying that he looked up to Stockton like he was one of his older brothers. They played together for 18 straight seasons, becoming one of the greatest duos in NBA history. Achievements and accolades. Because of his raw talent and dedication on the court, Malone has graciously earned a myriad of accolades that solidify his name in history. In the realm of prestigious NBA awards, Malone was named NBA All-Star 14 times. In his subsequent seasons, he was named All-NBA First Team a staggering 11 times and has not one but 2 Olympic gold medals. Talk about a serious case of branching out. But none of those achievements can even compare to the fact that Malone has garnered a total of 36,374 points. At the time, his total tally came only second to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the entire history of NBA. NBA Finals appearances and legacy. Malone was often criticized for how he would often fall short of taking the Jazz to the finals, but he soon made all the critics sit in silence in 1997 when the Jazz reached their first NBA Finals. The shot that broke the 100-100 tie made history in the Jazz lore, as once again the Malone-Stockton duo made their powerful appearance with less than 10 seconds on the clock as Malone screened as Stockton made the death-defying three-point shot that ushered them into the finals. Even when faced against the Bulls in their last match, Malone showed some grit. And although they lost, Malone's legacy was forever engraved into the Jazz name, setting records and living up to the nickname the Mailman because on the court, he never failed to deliver. Post-NBA career. After playing for the Jazz for 18 seasons, he was traded into the Lakers for one, playing among some of the greatest names of basketball we know today, like O'Neal and Bryant. But after sustaining injuries to his knee, he decided to retire in 2005 after playing 19 seasons in the NBA. In 2007, Malone returned to his alma mater to become the director of the basketball promotion and assistant strength and conditioning coach. He subsequently donated $350,000 to the university athletics department and in 2013 returned to the Jazz as a big man coach. Karl Malone's amazing determination and chemistry with Stockton continue to inspire all athletes of every sport. His raw talent even enabled him to pursue 2 Olympic gold medals as he branched out and didn't stop making a name for himself. His story should motivate each athlete to find friends, strive hard, and no matter what, run to the end of the court and make that basket. Malone may have had humble beginnings, but he proved to everyone how much he was worth and he put his heart and soul into the game. Do you think Malone deserved all the accolades he got throughout his career? What do you think of Karl Malone's inspiring story? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to Sports Cell for more awesome sports stories. Until next time, let's keep enjoying the game!